feeling happy, sad, gloomy, indifferent, whatever you're feeling, that emotion is okay. It is yours, so it's valid. Express it. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Habiba. I am a registered mental health and substance use nurse, and my specialty in global mental health has propelled my passion to create this platform to be able to reach a vast number of individuals across the globe to promote their mental health and well-being. It's PMH by Abby. Happy to be here again. So thank you all for being here, and today's episode promises to be as informative as always. We're talking about navigating your emotions. How many of us know how to navigate our emotions in a healthy way? Yes, it's very important to be able to do this because you're doing yourself a lot of favor to improve many things in the area of your life, both personally and professionally, if you can actually process your emotions in a healthy way. I mean, we've had lots of myths about how some of us were raised, especially in highly cultural or sensitive environments where they would say, oh, as a male child, expected to cry, even in the face of adversity, trauma. As a male child, you're not supposed to show your emotions, all of these things. Even females as well, sometimes you're expected to shove your emotions under the bed or under wherever you want to find it. And simply because I don't know why, actually, because I still don't understand it. But the truth is, what you're expressing to such individuals or children or people is you're telling them emotions are dangerous. That's what you're communicating. And trust me, you're not helping that person psychologically. You're setting them up for a psychological bump in the future. Because most individuals who don't express their emotions at all in any way or see it as a bad thing to do, they end up developing some issues in the future. As we would always see, I've experienced so many in my practice, and what you see is someone who is anxious in the future, or someone who is experiencing self-blame, anxiety, so many personality issues, or inability to even communicate effectively when they are dealing with stressful situations. So let's go further into why we're here. There are so many benefits when you are able to self-regulate or express your emotions in a healthy way. Number one will be you're going to be maintaining positive mental health outcomes. Number two, you're going to be able to develop yourself personally and professionally in a successful way. Self-development, yes. You're also going to be able to increase and develop emotional intelligence, which is going to help you to understand and navigate social interactions and strengthen your ability to socialize and maintain healthy relationships. The other part is it's going to help you to be able to maintain a positive attitude even in challenging situations or crisis. It's also going to help you to be able to be authentic, to be truthful to yourself and to others, irrespective of what's going on. And still you're going to communicate what you want to communicate in a constructive manner and not a destructive manner. I said this in a very stressful way because what we see most of the time is people trying to communicate and express themselves destructively as a way to be authentic and true. No, you can be true and authentic and not be destructive. What you need here is the ability to be able to emotionally regulate in a healthy manner. And those steps I'm going to be giving to you right here in this platform. So I'll give an example first. You're in a board meeting and your colleague dismisses your beautiful idea. How are you going to handle that? Pretty easy. I had a friend who gave me this example that she experienced. So, and the only thing she did was to remain calm. I mean, she said she had to step a little bit backwards, and she did some deep breathing, paused for some moments, came back, and she expressed her idea again, but this time in a very calm manner, in a polite, respectful, and constructive manner. At the end of the meeting, the only idea that was taken was her own idea, which was used for the purpose that served them years after in a very productive manner. So the point here is we're going to be delving into those steps that are helpful for us. The first thing you want to look into is your emotions. You need to recognize it. Recognize it, accept it, own it. It is yours, nobody else's. So, well, you can name it if you want to. You can also acknowledge it. It's important to do so. But lastly, in this one step, you need to empathize with yourself on it. It is very crucial to do so. That takes you to the next step, which is pause. Pause, stop, wait a moment. But in doing that, you need some help, probably. You might want to get a chilled glass of water. You might want to step outside to get some breath of fresh air. You might actually want to do some deep breathing, which is usually the most common one, especially when you're in an enclosed place, just like my friend in a board meeting. Most people would apply deep breathing exercise in that moment, which is great. So, whichever one works for you, do you just make sure you pause? You need that pause. If you're jumping straight into response mode, you might not get a great response in that moment. And this is what I was saying earlier, where they expect you as individuals not to show your emotions, just jump into solutions. No, it's not healthy. It usually doesn't turn out as the best responses. So do those steps accurately. Talking about pause, you need it. Then the next step will be to examine that emotion. When you're doing that, you're going to be exploring into your thoughts. Yes. When you explore into your thoughts, you want to see and express things about your emotions. How do you see clearly? You need to ask yourself, how did I get to this place? What emotion am I feeling? What is this emotion telling me to do? Yes, when asking these questions, don't judge yourself. That's not why you're doing that. You're doing that to be able to get insights into what you're feeling. Self-introspect is a very great skill in this process, and you need to do that to get that positive responses that will be productive for yourself and the other person around you. So the point is, please apply any coping skills that works for you in a healthy manner. One thing you can do is call a friend to navigate these thoughts. Another thing you can do is to also call anybody. If you don't have a friend, you can call your family member, a therapist, anyone. It's okay. You can also choose to do other coping skills like reflective journaling, which I would always do if I am in crisis or if I have any situations beyond me which is appearing overwhelming. You can do whatever applies to you. Journaling, riding a bicycle. And one thing is, emotions vary. It can be highly intense and it can take days. So whatever you're applying in your coping skill should be able to, suffice the moments in which you're experiencing it. If it's a short time, you want to do the coping skills in a short time. Just make sure you explore your thoughts. Some people who have negative mental health or challenges with their mental health might experience cognitive distortions. You would need a therapist to guide you on how best to navigate that process. So in this particular step, with your good mental health, or with the ability to optimize your level of functioning accurately or effectively, then you can actually think logically. Yes. So when you think logically, what you want to do is to be able to get solutions. You're getting ready into the next step. So with great cognition, that's good. It's going to help you to get good results. But how are you really applying this step? Are you that person who, once you share it with your friend, you demand that your friend experiences the same emotion with you? If you're that person, then you haven't done a good homework in your previous steps that I just mentioned. Remember, it is your own emotion, not theirs. Probably what they really need to do is to acknowledge you, validate you, attentively listen to you, and support you. It is not in their place to forcefully express your own emotions as well. That's overdependence on them. If you are overdependent on the external factor without working on your internal, then probably that's a labile mood or a labile emotion you're expressing, which is unstable. So please note that as much as you want someone to emotionally support you, it is not in that phase that the whole world has to crumble because you're experiencing this particular emotion. It is not in that phase that you get angry or you bang the phone and say, what do you think? Don't you think you're supposed to be sad the way I'm sad? Don't you expect me to say that? You're not supposed to do this to me? No, you're not regulating well. That's not emotion regulation. Try to explore using good coping skills to manage that process or that particular step. Emotion regulation is really a skill. It is way beyond your thoughts and your behaviors. Emotion regulation is that skill that tests your patience, your tenacity, your ability to process things accurately and effectively. So this particular step is a very sensitive step, and that's why I said earlier, you have to be empathetic with yourself enough to accept it. So that when you're applying this step of exploration, which probably most of us might call a friend or call someone, you should be in control, even in their response. And that's why sometimes some people have some traumatic experience, which I have had in the past years. You might have a traumatic experience, but you would see different people that you shared it with respond to it differently. Some people are going to support you, some are not going to support you. Some people will even tell you, oh, are you the first person to lose a baby? Some people will tell you, are you the first person to lose a pregnancy or to experience this? Or it's one of those things. That's their own response. But I'm not saying that's a good response. No. All I'm saying is, well, you just have to be strong internally enough. And I hate to use the word strong, pardon me. I would rather say self-introspect is key here, so that whatever responses you get from the external, it doesn't move you. All you needed was more of an emotional support. And when they give it to you, accept it. You don't need to bash them or give them any negative responses as well. No, be in control. And that's only if those initial steps were accurately followed. So that takes us to the next step. Once you're able to explore your thoughts, you're getting so much insight into what you're thinking about, that takes you to a great idea or solution in when your response comes in. So when your response comes in, you act. Okay, what happened? The meeting didn't close because somebody dismissed my idea. What happened was I still came back to tell you what my idea is in a constructive manner, which was very productive. So you still need to act at the end of the day, but in a very respectful, polite, calm, and constructive manner. So what that means is, even after giving back what you want to give back in action, you're still in control without destroying or destructing anything. So violence is not the key. No, you need to be calm, but everything needs some process, which is all the steps I just highlighted below or above. Sorry. So what I'm saying here is we are very much in tune to our emotions, and it is okay to express them. Express your emotions in an effective, healthy manner. That's what's key to promoting your mental health and well-being. Thank you all for listening. I am very happy that I gave this out there. If you need much more content on this topic, don't hesitate to put it in the comment section below. If you have questions, clarifications, don't hesitate to let us know. In this kind of summary, in this context, it's very important to practice self-care, practice mindfulness, meditation, various coping skills. They're going to help you to be able to navigate your emotions in a healthy way. So thank you all for listening. I'm going to be saying it's bye for now. I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you all. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye.